Thank you for selecting your use case and getting a first look at Duality. This demo will take you through a short demonstration scenario, but feel free to skip ahead or click on the Try Now link to provision your own sandbox trial. Good luck. Hello, my name is Carlos and I'm a solutions architect at Duality Technologies. Today we'll be reviewing how Duality's collaboration hubs helps financial institutions and federal law enforcement in their financial crimes and anti-money laundering investigations. Before we begin, let's review some of the challenges that these institutions are facing today. Typically, financial institutions see a very small percentage of their own customers' activity, generally around 10 to 25%. This is because this activity is spread among many financial institutions, including other banks, credit card companies, mortgage lenders, and mobile banking applications. This lack of visibility is a major factor in many of the well-known challenges in fighting fraud and financial crimes, including things like high rates of false positives on alerts, slow and cumbersome manual investigations, which can often take weeks or months, high friction onboarding, and ever-growing fraud rates. However, if banks could collaborate with other financial institutions to build a more complete view of risk and of their customers' financial activity, they could cut costs, mitigate risks, improve profitability, and significantly speed up investigations. However, this collaboration also needs to meet all data privacy and financial regulations, as well as address competitive concerns and general distrust among collaborating institutions. Let's review a quick data flow of an investigator trying to figure out whether a particular account number conducts businesses in a high-risk jurisdiction. In step one, the investigator at Acme Bank will create and encrypt a query. In this case, the account number, 3529, is sensitive information, falls under PII, and will be encrypted. Once the query has been encrypted, it is then sent to the hub, where it is then distributed among the rest of the participants in the collaboration. The encrypted query then runs locally on each bank's database and returns a result. These results are sent directly to the hub, where they are then aggregated before being sent back to the investigator at Acme. It is only at this final stage that the results are decrypted, and we can see that yes, account number 3529 has conducted businesses in 2 high-risk jurisdictions, Somalia and Russia. Let's jump into the software and see how this looks. As we can see, I am now an investigator here at Acme Bank. I can see that I have a financial crimes collaboration project. I can see that I am an inquirer as well as a data owner, and we have a hub that will be distributing the queries among all the other participants. Note that we have enabled hidden participants mode, which maximizes privacy. Hidden participant mode means that I, as the inquirer, cannot see who the institutions are that are answering my query, and vice versa. As a collaborating institution, I don't know that Acme Bank is the one initiating the session. Let's begin. We'll create a new session. First, we need to give it a name. Now, I will select among the predefined queries. In this case, we are interested in high-risk jurisdictions. And as we can see, this query simply returns the high-risk jurisdictions where this particular account conducts business. As I scroll down into the body of the query, I can see that I have both a non-encrypted and an encrypted predicate. Non-encrypted predicates are reserved for things that are not sensitive. In this case, whether a jurisdiction is low, medium, or high risk is not a sensitive field, so I'm simply setting 3 to high as a non-encrypted predicate. However, the account number that I'm interested in auditing is something that is sensitive and must be encrypted at all times. So I will enter in the particular account number that I'm interested in seeing, and then we will start the session. Once the session begins, we can see that it has been scheduled, and if I click on session details, I can see the query that I previously created. Note, again, we are interested in seeing whether account 3529 has conducted any businesses in high-risk jurisdictions. Let's take a look at what one of the answering institutions sees. So here, I am DataCore. If I go to my sessions, I can see that a session has been initiated. However, keep in mind, I only know that this is coming from the hub. I do not know that Acme is the one who initiated the session. If I click on session details, I can see that, again, There is a question being asked about my data around high-risk jurisdictions. However, the account number, the PII, in this case is encrypted. I have no information as to what account number is being asked about. Also note that the query has been completed, and I do not see how I responded to that initial query. Let's switch back to the investigator at Acme. Here we can see that the query has been completed, and yes, this particular account number does conduct business in 2 high-risk jurisdictions, those being Russia and Somalia. So at this stage, let's wrap it up. Generally, financial institutions using Duality can collaborate not only across their own teams and jurisdictions internally and cross borders, but as well as with other peer financial institutions around the world. This secure collaboration not only preserves privacy and confidentiality, but also meets all regulatory and compliance laws. The data is decentralized and never leaves the financial institution's environment, and most importantly, results are available immediately rather than waiting for weeks or months. Thank you.